Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today, with 2016 coming to a close and 2017, the new year upon us now, I thought there's no better time than now to cover what I want to see in the game moving forward. These are things that we haven't seen yet. These are things that we have maybe been asking for in the game that we just haven't gotten, but I want to run through a list of things that I feel like Netmarble could do to make this game even better than it already is, to step it up, take it to the next level, really ramp things up, debris it up, guck it down, and do all the great stuff that is just going to make us even happier to play this game. So I've divided the list of things that I want to see into a couple of categories. There's better social features, there are character improvements, and then the last thing is just kind of final thoughts. So let's run through this list pretty quickly and give you my thoughts on what I want to see for this year in the game, and then you guys can leave your comments below about what you want to see and what you think of my ideas. So first off, for the first and most important feature, I think we need to have our better social features. What I'm talking about primarily is co-op modes, or making co-op modes more accessible to people that want to play together. Fundamentally speaking, it's very difficult in this game to play with your friends. Even in co-op, which literally means play with a friend, you can't play with people on your friends list. You can only play with people in your alliance, or you can invite people through things like Line or Kakao, but it's really clunky and it doesn't really feel it feels disconnected. It doesn't feel connected to the game, and there's a lot of additional steps that you need to do in order to get it to function properly, and it's inconsistent. So it would be really nice if we had an in-game invite system for stuff like co-op, and even better for stuff like World Boss Invasion, so we can stop playing with random noobs. You could even have days where you can only play with your friends, or days where you have to play with random people, and that can spice things up even more. But we really desperately need a way to communicate with people personally or through the game, and not using a third-party app or client. I know that's not the easiest thing to implement, but if Netmarble can find a way to do it, it's going to make all of the co-op features in this game so much better and so much more fulfilling. Added to that, I really wish that they would have a timeline challenge system between friends. Now, this is not something that you would get like tokens out of, like honor tokens. It's not something that you would get any rewards out of, but it would just be a fun way to compete with your friends. Hey, do you want to jump on timeline, do a bit of 1v1 or a bit of 3v3 or whatever? Hey, I want to try this new team against you. Let's jump onto timeline and do it. Let's duke it out. I got some new obelisks. How much fun would that be? If they could implement that, even if you had to pay gold to do it, I would totally do it just for fun. How fun would it be to play against fans as a streamer? So amazing. I really, really hope they could implement something like that for this year. Secondly, or thirdly I should say, and piggybacking off of that a little bit, I wish that Netmarble would make Battle World and Timeline a little bit more meaningful, because as of right now, it feels like a chore. It's not really fun, it doesn't really have great rewards like co-op does, and it just feels like, well, I gotta do Battle World, it's here, I got 10 entries, I should do it for the gold. But really there's no other reason to do it, and to be honest, the rewards are pretty bad. I mean, the cost is low, but the rewards are not even that good. You can get more bios by playing one World Boss Invasion and getting lucky on a chest than you can from doing like 20 or even 40 Battle World runs. So I wish they would tweak those two modes, but it's not as pertinent or as priority as the other ones that I've mentioned. Another thing that kind of has to do with better social features, dimension rifts. I really hope that Netmarble can introduce some kind of statistics, introduce some kind of stats for dimension rifts, so we can see who's in it and how much they've contributed to the run with a percentage perhaps. It'll really reduce leeching, and it'll really improve the quality of Dimension Rift team running, which is something that I know Netmarble wants to have us do because of these completion rewards. So I think they should just go a little bit further, take one step in the right direction, and make it smooth for us so that we can continue to open rifts as a team and continue to play socially and play together. As well, piggybacking off of the idea of stats, right now we do have the hero ranking, which is very helpful for story mode, for world boss, and for timeline. But I feel like that's not enough. I feel like the mode that most deserves a hero ranking system is actually Shadowland. People ask so often about Shadowland, and how amazing would it be if you could see next to the clear info, you could have a button that says like stats, and you could go and see, oh hey, most people used this character. It could show one character, or it could show, you know, many. It could show the top 3 characters. Then for every floor, I know there are multiple selections that you can choose, but maybe it would show a list of like, oh, this is the most often chosen floor, because there is a set parameter of available floors. It's more than 3, but it's not that many. So it could show like the most chosen floor, or the most popular floor that happened to fall on this week for number 7, and then it could show the most popular team. And even those small bits of statistics, it doesn't hurt Netmarble to reveal that to us. I mean, it hurts them because they have to code that into the game, but it's so helpful, especially for new players, and I feel like it would enrich Shadowlands so much more, because you could see a little bit more behind the scenes of what's going on. So that's what I have to say about the social features, and I know some of them are a little bit audacious, or a little bit, you know, challenging, or could be difficult to implement, but if Netmarble could do it, it would make me such a happy duckling. Next up, we have character improvements. Now, this is kind of a two-parter. On the one hand, I have a list of characters that Netmarble desperately needs to improve. These are characters that are already tier 2, but that I feel need a lot of love to kind of bring them up to our recent expectations of characters like Thor's rework, Captain Marvel's rework, and Black Panther's rework. Some of these names will be familiar to you guys, and the list goes as follows: Hulk, Captain America, Drax, Red Skull, Rocket Raccoon, Red Hulk, War Machine, Hulkling, Punisher, Vision, Falcon, Gamora, Sin, Misty Knight, Ultron, and Hyperion. Secondly, I really hope that Netmarble will finally give the remaining tier 2 characters their tier 2, because I can finally make a video about the best tier 2 character. I've been holding out for a long time, and I know it's selfish of me to prioritize what I want to do with my videos on Netmarble, but really I know everyone in the game wants to see these final few holdouts getting their just due and getting their, you know, final passive to bring them in line, hopefully, with everyone else. So hopefully Netmarble can finish that. Hopefully in the first half of the year. We don't have to wait more than 6 months for some of these characters to get their tier 2s, and I will be super happy for that. As well, guys, I know that people are always asking, adding new characters, adding more characters. I'm really hopeful that Netmarble, and I am pretty confident that they'll continue to add great characters. You know, Silver Surfer could be an option. Maybe someday X-Men, who knows. I don't want to stoke those fires too much, because I know there are a lot of ardent fans who get really hyped about it. But the more characters that they can add to this game, and the more balanced, in a more balanced way that they can do it, all the better. I think that the game can only improve with more characters available to play as. Lastly, just some minor things, or some lesser important things that I think would be really nice if they could tweak. For example, the ISO upgrade system and the selling system, they're both still really clunky, and if they can take a look into this system and kind of revamp it a little bit, it'll make it a lot easier for us to handle it, kind of like the way they did with cards. As well, piggybacking on the ISO 8 idea, the Uru system. It's really clunky, it's really busy, it takes up a lot of slots in your inventory needlessly, and if they could clean this up for us, and if they could make the upgrade and enhancing process a little bit more intuitive, it would go a long way to making the veterans who do Uru enhancing really happy. Lastly, guys, in 2017, I am praying for RNGesus to bless me with some good card RNG. I have been struggling. I have been in the depths of despair. I've been in the well, being past the bucket with the soap and the cream. Okay, I'm putting the lotion on my skin. I want the good RNG. I want the good cards. I want the skill cooldown. Netmarble, gimme. Okay, so that's it for the list, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are, what you want to see for this year for Future Fight. And of course, guys, I hope you had a happy holidays and a happy new year. If you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.